Good morning, one and all. Now, in today's class, we'll be studying about the behavioral science approach. In that, what are the important aspects of behavioral approach? Now, let us understand the points. First one is what? Motivation of employees for improving productivity. Now, first of all, you clearly understand what do you mean by motivation. Motivation means what? Encouraging, guiding or inspiring the workers. And for what purpose this motivation is required? Motivation is required whenever the employee's performance is poor, it is falling down. That time only the need for motivation arises. Suppose what happens if a worker is showing a poor performance in the organization. That time what happens if the manager will supervisor or a manager, he will try to motivate or guide the worker so that next time he can show betterment or improvement in his performance. So that is called as motivation of employees for improving productivity. Suppose if the employees are being motivated, it will help in the organization, okay, because employees can show betterment or improvement in their work, okay, and it will be benefited for the organization. That is the first point, motivation of employees. You need to understand for what purpose the employees are being motivated, okay, or guided or inspired. If their performance is poor or falling down, that time only the need for motivation arises in the organization. The next one, organization as a social system. What do you mean by organization as a social system? It is related to the society, means what are the social needs, values, attitudes and belief. Organization should not run only within the organization. See, there is a internal and external organization. Internal organization means what? Which organization run only within the company, restricted only within the organization. Whereas external organization means what? Functioning outside the organization. So it is also related to the social system or it is related to the society. Means societal, whatever the rules, values, attitudes, belief and norms. Then leadership study of managerial behavior. What do you mean by leadership study? Now suppose what happens, in every organization, leader is more essential and important part. So a leader should possess the leadership skills and qualities. Like suppose think that if the leader is only not having leadership skills and qualities, it will not be possible for the followers or workers to follow that whatever the instructions are there. Now, the leader can be a strict type of a leader also, or he can be a very liberal and lenient type of a leader. So, there should be a proper leadership study of managerial behavior, seeing that whether they are possessing the leadership skills and qualities. Leadership study means what can be the qualities of a leader. A leader should be very sincere, honest, hardworking, okay. Then he should be optimistic, positive thinker. So like this way many leadership qualities are there. Then communication for better understanding. There should be a proper communication flow in the organization. Means whatever is the important message or information, it should be communicated to each and every member in the organization. So there is a communication for better understanding, okay. Like many a times what happens if there is a miscommunication. Miscommunication means what? Okay, like suppose if the supervisor or manager will communicate information or important information only to few category of employees and he will not communicate it to the other employees. That time what happens? There will be arising a miscommunication among the employees and the supervisor. So that should not happen. They should arrive or a proper communication flow or process in the organization. Then employee development, upgrading of employees. Now employee development means what? Developing the skills and abilities of the employees, means whatever developing the talent of the employees. Suppose what happens, employees may not be having that skills and those skills and those abilities. For such kind of the employees, no, employee development program can be made arranged in the form of how like training and development program will be done, no. So like that way they can be employee development program for upgrading of employees. Upgrading of employees means what? Upgrade or develop the skills of the employees. If employees are lacking in those skills and abilities, they need to try to upgrade the skills of the employees. So these are the important aspects of behavioral approach. So only need to remember motivation of employees for improving productivity. Okay, on what basis they will try to motivate the employees if the employees performance is poor or falling down. Then organization as a social system means it is related to the society, means it is an external organization. Then leadership study of managerial behavior means what are the leadership skills and qualities. A leader should be very sincere, honest, hardworking, positive thinker. Then communication for better understanding. Okay, means there should be a proper flow of communication. That time what happens, if there is a proper flow of communication, proper understanding will happen. There cannot arise any kind of a misunderstanding. Then employee development, upgrading of employees. What kind of the employee development skills can be done? Employee development means what? Developing the skills and abilities of the employees. If they are lacking in kind of the skills which are there, like upgrading the skills of the employees which are there means what? Training and development program can be made arranged for the employees, or employee development program. Then next we'll be studying about the systems approach. In that we'll be studying about which are the elements of systems approach. Now what do you mean by system? System means what? They are interrelated parts, means all the parts of the organization are interrelated and connected. Now for a simple example I will give you for that, how it has been interrelated. Now in the organization there are many departments, like HR department is there, finance, marketing, production department and all that. So all these departments which are there are connected and interrelated with each other. Though their functioning may be different, but they whichever the department functioning are there, no, they have been interrelated with each other. So in that the first one is what? System. System means what? All the parts of the organization are being interrelated with each other or connected with one another. Means the functioning of one department is interrelated or connected with the functioning of other department. Now the question arises in your mind that HR department, their functioning will be different. Marketing, finance department, their functioning will be different. Though their functioning are different, but their parts means whatever the functioning is there, okay, all are interconnected and interrelated with each other. The next one is subsystem. What do you mean by subsystem? Only one subsystem or only one part of that particular whole system. Like suppose the organization, it has been divided into different parts and subparts. Like for example, which are the parts? All the departments which are there, like HR, finance, marketing department, these are the different parts. And subpart means what? In that department only there is a subpart. Means in HR department, okay, again there is a subpart, that recruitment, selection, placement, these are the subparts. Then marketing department, again subpart means what? Advertising, sales, promotion. So this is a subpart. Okay, means the whole part which is there, it has been divided into different subparts. Then next one is synergy. What do you mean by synergy? Means whatever are the challenge. Synergy means accepting the challenges of the organization. See, if any difficult task or if any difficult work is been given to the employee, you should try to accept it as a challenge and try to do the work. If you try to accept it as a challenge, no, okay, then you will get a success in the life, or you will get more success and progress. So synergy means what? Accepting whatever are the challenges and opportunities in the organization. It can be there with the competitors also. With the competitor also, try to accept the challenges and whatever the challenge or opportunity. Then open and closed system. What do you mean by open system and what do you mean by closed system? In open system means what? Okay, here the open system, here all the employees are allowed to express whatever their ideas and opinions are there. How the open discussion will take place. Okay, so like that in the organization, the employees will be allowed freely to express whatever their ideas and opinions are there. And closed system means what? Here the employees are restricted, they are not allowed to express freely whatever their ideas and opinions are there. The next one is system boundary. Now what do you mean by system boundary? Boundary means what? Restricted within that particular area. Okay, so employees and workers are allowed to work in that restriction, in that boundary or in that area. They are not allowed to work with the outside that particular boundary, means restricted in that particular area. Then what do you mean by flow? Okay, flow means what? It is a continuous flow or a continuous process. Okay, it is a never ending process. Now here the employees and workers, they may come and go, but the organization will stay permanently there only. So flow means what? It is a continuous flow and a continuous process. Working will be a continuous process in the organization. The next one is feedback. Now what do you mean by feedback? Feedback means what? What feedback you get from the employees. Feedback can be given regarding the manager also, what they feel about the manager, that feedback can be given. Okay, or what feedback can be given to the employees, means about their performance also. Okay, so this is all about the system approach. Just briefly we'll understand. First in that is system. It means what? These are the interrelated parts in the organization, means all the parts have been interrelated and connected with each other. One part is connected with the other, like how the departments are there, HR, finance, marketing, production. So each and every department are connected with one another. Then subsystem means what? It is the organization, in that sub part is there. Okay, that is a subsystem. Like suppose sister parts are there like HR, finance, marketing, production. In that subsystem means what? Like suppose in HR department, the sub part is what? Sub part is what? Recruitment, selection. Then marketing department, the sub part is what? Advertisement, sales, promotion, like that. The next one is synergy. Synergy means what? Accepting the challenges and opportunities of the organization. Here the employees will try to accept whatever are the challenges of the business. Then open and closed system. Open system is what? The employees are allowed to express freely whatever their ideas and opinions are there. Whereas in closed system, that so much restriction is there, they are not allowed to express their ideas and opinion. Then system boundary. Boundary means what? They are restricted to work in that particular area, within that particular boundary. Okay. Then flow means it is a continuous flow or continuous process. It is a never ending process. Then feedback. Feedback means what? What feedback you want to give about the people. Like suppose if you want to give the feedback about the manager, or the feedback about the employees also can be given about how is their performance of the work and all. So in today's class we had studied about the behavioral science approach, means these were the important aspects of behavioral approach, and the systems approach, which we had studied about the elements of systems approach. Yes, thank you.